Here's Kalen Deboer speaking to the media after suffering his second loss as Alabama's head coach.
They can kill an offensive drive, and then defense does a nice job, and then they get into their tempo, which we knew, if we kept them out of that rhythm, we'd be all right. They got into it there the third quarter, and, it was tough to stop, but it starts with running the football for them.
Tony, go ahead.
I know we talked to you about getting Ryan Williams the ball and the emphasis on that. I think he had something like 20 targets. Is there a worry that there was too much of a reliance or too much of trying to maybe force him the ball today?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think that some of them, there is an intentional element to making sure he's part of the game plan, and then some of it was just the progressions and where it ended up. Unfortunately, we just had a couple misses, right? I mean, we hit one or two of those. The interception early in the game. We had a good little rhythm right there. I mean, some of those hurt, but you have to have confidence in your players to continue to go back and go make the next play. And we obviously have a lot of belief in every one of our players. He's a guy that can go make those plays anytime, so we got to continue to make sure he's a strong part of the game plan.
Last question here, Ryan.
Coach, we struggled the last few games, but with a lot of football left to play. What's the message to the fan base after this loss?
Well, I told the guys, and so the message to them is get back after it and get to work, and first of all do some soul searching, right, and look inward. And I know there's enough guys that still believe, that still want to go do what we want to do. There's a lot of season left for not just us but everyone, and it's going to go fast if we don't take advantage of it. That urgency's got to be there. There's no question. And we get a chance to get back home, but we got to go to work first before we play that game and find a way to take the next big jump. A lot of guys that we got to now incorporate into schemes offensively and defensively, just with some guys going down. So they're getting an opportunity right now too to help build depth, but we got to make the plays to go win right now, and that's where we're just falling short. So make sure our minds are right, make sure our heart's in the right place, and then all I know is that you just go back to work. That's the only thing you can do, and that's what I've always done, and that's what these guys, just having a talk in the locker room, really firmly believe that that's what they want to do too. And so, don't lose belief in these guys, because there's a lot of guys making some big sacrifices in ways that, you'll never know. People will never know because they just keep plugging away, and it might be physical things and stuff like that, but they're working hard, and they have a lot of pride in who they are individually and who we are as Alabama.
Thank you, Coach.
And for Alabama, when they do the self-reflection,